Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Camelange, and today I'm going to talk about my first experience at my first Hololive OCG tournament. If you're interested in going to a Hololive OCG tournament, I'll kind of talk through how you can find your local events, what you need to know before going to the event, and how to prepare yourself. So for starters, you're obviously going to need your cards. So a deck consists of 50 cards. You have your main deck, your cheer deck, and then your hOCG cards. So you want to make sure that you have 50 in the main deck, 20 in the cheer, and then you should bring 2 hOCGs. Now you can only play with one hOCG at a time, but the idea is if you bring more than one hOCG card, your opponent may not know which one you're going to start with. So it's better to have more than one with you. So that's kind of the idea there. Also, with the starter decks, they include like cardboard versions of these, but I have a nice little like acrylic one. This is your special hOCG skill. You can only use this once per game. So having this on the board indicates that you still have the ability, you haven't used it yet. And then once you flip it, that means you've used it. As a reminder, your special power comes from your hOCG card. So like for hOCG, this one right here has the same symbol that matches the acrylic token. So you can only use this once per game. The other ability you can use multiple times per game, usually. Of course, you just want to make sure to read your card. And then you're going to want to have damage counters, because this is a damage-based game. And you're going to want die, because there's a lot of rolling for RNG depending on what cards you're playing. Some decks rely pretty heavily on RNG, so it's good to have some extra dice with you. Good to have some damage counters. So that's what you're going to bring with you. You can also bring your own playmat. I bring mine. Sometimes venues have their own playmats so you can borrow, but I typically recommend just getting your own. Get a cheap one, and then of course sleeving your cards. I use Dragon Shield just because they're pretty readily accessible. You can find them in most stores, but whatever works for you. You don't want to be playing with bear cards. So with all that straightforward stuff out of the way, let's talk about actually finding a tournament. So you'll want to download the Bushi Navi app. It's basically your Bushiroad app. Once you download and open it, you'll see that there's a bunch of different tabs here. Primarily, there's the My Events tab. Once you make an account, put in your information, you can search for events based on what game you want to play. So obviously for the sake of this video, you want to be playing Hololive Official Card Game English Edition. So you can go there and create your deck. You'll need to register your card list. Some tournaments are not as strict about this, but if it's a Bushiroad sanctioned tournament, you will need to register your card list and add that deck here. And that'll give you a deck code number that you can provide to the tournament organizer at the event to register. You'll also have a player ID that comes with your Bushiroad account. So just have the app on your phone when you go there. It'll be much easier to track everything. You don't need to worry about memorizing it. And then you can go to the fun part, which is trying to find an event near you. Now, this game is very new. It just launched yesterday, July 11th. So depending on where you live, it may be more accessible or maybe not. I don't think every state has sanctioned Bushiroad events quite yet, but using Texas as an example here, you can see they have demo caravans, they've got shop tournaments, and all kinds of different monthlies that you can check out. So you can search by state, you can search what's closer to you, you can look up what's official and sanctioned, and you can even register for those events within the app. You don't have to worry about just showing up the day of and signing up. You can sign up in advance, which depending on how active your local scene is, it's valuable to sign up in advance. These tend to cap. For example, the one I went to caps at 8 players. So you'll want to register through here. And that's basically the gist of it. Once you have the app, it's all pretty self-contained. And I will say that since the game is so new and it's not just insanely popular as of yet, it might be challenging to find something. You might want to talk to your local shop and see if they carry Hololive cards, or if they're planning on carrying Hololive cards. maybe finding your local community through Discord. There's fan servers. I will link to the Hololive OCG fan server in the description below, so you can find other players that you can play online with. People do webcam battles and things like that too. So if you can't necessarily make the trek to a local tournament, there are other ways to play and enjoy the game. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to continue talking about that in-person experience. So unfortunately for me, my event wasn't terribly close. It was close enough that I was willing to make the ride over there. It's not something I would probably frequently do, but for the sake of the launch of this game, I wanted to try it out and go for myself. So we had a total of 5 participants at this event, which for a brand new game, not too bad, all things considered. And for participating, you get a monthly tournament pack. Contains 1 card of 13 possible cards. I got a second one because I actually won my first match and then made it to the finals. I did not win the last match, but like I said, there's 5 people. We're just mostly playing for fun and learning the game. But I did get some cool packs out of it, which is very nice. One of the people that I played against actually gave me one of their cards, which was very kind of them. They gave me this crony card. I think they play the game more casually, so they were just like, oh, you can just have mine. So this is an example of the kind of cards you can find in here. I believe there are a couple of chase cards where the Hololive members are in alternate outfits, and those are the ones that people are trying to pull. But for the most part, these are fairly common cards, but they come in a nice holo, and it's just a little bit of a bonus for participating in the event. So pretty cool. Big shout out to that player for giving this to me. It's very kind of him. And the event itself, once we start playing, you can see this is what my opening board state looks like. So I have I was playing the hOCG, so I have 6 life, which is you can see on the left there, right above the deck of cheer cards. And I opened with 2 debut Holomem, which were Sora and hOCG, which is to be expected. I was playing with the starter deck. This is a slightly adjusted version of the starter deck. I opened 1 booster box prior, so I was able to make some swaps, but it's pretty much one-to-one with what you're going to get in the starter, with just some maybe like 5 cards I changed out. A lot of people there were either playing with starter decks or using proxies. Depending on your local event, playing with proxy cards is totally fine. I'm sure for sanctioned Bushiroad tournaments, you will not be able to use proxy cards, but if you're playing with friends, just learning the game, want to try some new cards, nothing wrong with using proxies for now. It's a good way to just kind of figure out what you like to play before investing in any new cards. So definitely worth giving that a go. Yeah, this is basically, we were like 1 table of people playing, since there's only 5 of us. But everyone was very friendly. It was nice. It was a fun experience. I wish there was something a little closer to me where I could do this more often, but I was able to meet people, and they all joined the Hololive OCG fan Discord as well. So planning to keep in touch with them and trying to find ways to continue to play the game. So I'll just kind of briefly recap and kind of summarize what to expect at tournaments. So if you're someone who isn't able to go to something nearby, I wouldn't stress too much about forcing yourself to try to make it all the way out to one. You can always play online, find people online to talk to and play with. If you do already go to a local event and they're not carrying Hololive, maybe talk to the tournament organizers there or the owners, see if they plan on getting it. It's always, as the game grows, I'm sure more and more places will start offering the cards and start having more organized events. It's also a fun way to just kind of collect these additional tournament pack cards. But yeah, I would say, especially with the game so new, if you feel pressured to feel like you have to play super competitive, or like people are going to be really judgmental, my scene was very friendly, very welcoming. We didn't even have a time limit on our matches. Normally for tournaments you will have a time limit, but because there were so few of us and the game was new, the tournament organizer was like, just take your time, play your matches, and we're all helping each other, trying to answer questions that people had. So yeah, it's definitely worth. It's a great time to get into the game since it's so new. Everyone's kind of learning together. Everyone's having fun. We're just enjoying the game for what it is. So yeah, if you were considering going to a tournament, I hope this helped you out. If you're not planning to go to a tournament, but you just want to be able to find other people to play with, again, reminder to go check out the Discord in the description. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps, and let me know in the comments what you think about going to your local tournament scene. Thank you so much. Bye bye.